Hello,
You should have
Joyce.
left it
How
in.
are you?
Good.
Welcome back for a rare second take. No, that hurts my feelings because usually I pride myself in doing these in only one take. It's part of our
That
deal.
is
It's part of our
something-
gimmick.
That is a thing you do.
No editing, no second take. But this time I made an exception.
Because you made a mistake.
I got my monster things all fucked up.
Yeah.
Maybe you start to kick off the intro, Joyce. What did we watch, in fact?
We watched Bigfoot. Apparently it was 2012. Starring Danny Bonaduce.
Correct. And
Greg Brady.
Greg Brady. After all
Of
these
the
years.
Brady Bunch.
Right. He was in the movie as well. They both were.
There was a few, candids on there as well. I think this...
Oh, Alice Cooper! Shit.
Yeah, Alice Cooper was in it. Which is, I was like, Danny Bonaduce and Alice Cooper, we have to watch this. And it's about
Dude, Greg Brady didn't even make the synopsis.
He might have, but I'm so far removed from that. I immediately knew when he was singing that I was like, I know this guy is famous because you could tell he was a professional.
Right, he had a face where you were like, he's somebody.
But just the way he held the guitar and started singing, that wasn't no acting.
And he was perfectly at home, you could tell, playing in front of a bunch of heckling fans.
And I was like, who is that? He's got to be famous. And then we looked him up.
Then I looked his ass up on the Internet Movie Database.
I was like,
sure
what?
enough, it was you, Greg Brady.
I was like, what band is he from?
Turned out it wasn't a musician. I mean, he's clearly a musician. We
Right.
saw his talents.
Yeah, but not to get carried away because with Greg Brady.
Greg Brady was probably the least annoying, most professional person in the film.
You didn't think that the lady cop was?
Oh, she was. She was,
She is in other movies. She is mediocre, famous. I believe she was in that show, Northern Lights. What is it called?
Northern Exposure.
Northern Exposure. I want to say that she's in that show, but I didn't look it up. But she's definitely from movies or shows back in the day. She has this really blue eyes and a mole here.
Yep, it was her, all right.
I've definitely seen her before.
I'm trying to make a movie comparison right now as to her performance. What's that movie with where...
Fargo.
Yes. She was the sheriff from Fargo.
She wasn't as...
Compared to Greg Brady's Steve Buscemi.
I'm not sure that
And
would
then the other guy was...
I would not compare.
Danny Bonaduce was more Steve Buscemi, and then Greg Brady was
I'm going to stop you right there.
Dude.
No one in this movie was comparable to Steve Buscemi, who's an excellent actor.
Danny Bonaduce's like a poor man Steve Buscemi.
No, he's not. Dude, you can tell he's a straight up asshole.
Danny Bonaduce, there's no hiding the fact that he's an asshole in real life, and he was an asshole in the movie.
Yeah, so to kick things off, they immediately show you Bigfoot. 2 seconds into the movie.
Whoever made this monster movie was just
They don't know the
horribly inept.
rules. They don't know the rules. And it's the CGI, it kind of looks like a skull-faced gorilla. It kind of resembles King Kong, but there's little differences. But it's like if you had a 13-year-old daughter and you had just taught them CGI and they were trying to put that together. On YouTube.
I had a theory about that, and so there's really two stories with this movie. There's the plot, which is small town in South Dakota. Danny Bonaduce has some kind of production company where he's trying to throw a big festival.
He's like a DJ. He's the town DJ.
Whatever he is, it's a very flimsy reason for somebody to want to bulldoze half of a forest where supposedly Bigfoot
They
lives.
want to throw a festival, like a Woodstock type festival. The mayor's kind of in on it because he wants the money from tourists. They're starting to go broke as a town.
Yeah, they throw in a little bit of a Jaws angle there too, which is, it's all really dumb and hastily placed together, and none of the shit makes fucking sense. But anyway, Bigfoot is pissed because Danny Bonaduce is tearing down the forest.
Encroaching upon him.
And I don't even know why Greg Brady's there. Oh, he's there to protest the forest being torn down.
He is a granola person, but they have this rivalry going. They grew up in the
Granola
town
person.
together, and they've had a rivalry from way back because they used to perform together.
They beat that angle to death.
They sure did. To the point where they get into a fight. But they keep coming
and it's
at
just
each
like
other.
celebrity boxing.
It was really ridiculous, actually.
But anyway, so that's the theory. They end the climax of the film is up on Mount Rushmore. Fucking ridiculous, dude.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And Alice Cooper is in it, and he actually does a speaking role. I thought
For
maybe
like
he was
5
just going to
minutes.
perform, and that was going to be it.
He did perform. His backup band was not. They look like they got the local high school kids to be his backup band, which fair enough. But it was a very low budget film, I think, and 90% of the
eaten?
90% of the
I fell
budget went to
asleep.
Danny Bonaduce. Yeah. Oh, he got stomped on or eaten or some shit.
Alice Cooper did.
Yeah, dead. Everybody dies. Everybody.
So wasn't that the festival though? So why did we continue on like we were still trying to do the festival?
Because once Bigfoot makes himself apparent to everybody, Danny Bonaduce goes from wanting to have a festival to wanting to capture Bigfoot and exploit him as
Dead
an
or alive.
attraction.
Yeah. It'll put their town back on the map for tourists again because whether he's dead or alive, they'll be the town that has
Right.
nabbed Bigfoot. Yeah.
But anyway, so that's the plot of the movie, and it's really dumb, and the CGI Bigfoot is terrible. But about the CGI, he does not even look like fucking Bigfoot. He looks like a very shitty King Kong.
Yeah.
So my theory was that somebody, at some point, I'm guessing like a production company in China, or at least the special effects production company in China, made the special effects for a Bigfoot film. I mean, not Bigfoot, King Kong.
Yeah.
Because this motherfucker was not Bigfoot. He was King Kong.
Yeah, he looked
And-
exactly like King Kong. But
Right, he was a
with shitty CGI.
A shitty new school King Kong. So they make the King Kong, and either the movie was only released in China, or they just never made the movie, and they said, "Wait, hey, we got this CGI for a King Kong movie," and whoever made this Danny Bonaduce movie purchased the CGI, blue screened it in on just the shittiest low budget Danny Bonaduce Greg Brady vehicle ever.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes he looks like he's 12 feet tall. Sometimes he looks like he's literally 80 feet tall.
Yeah.
We don't fucking know.
Yeah, the perspective is off. It was kind of fun that Bigfoot, like, literally maimed and killed everyone that he came across.
Oh,
He
yeah, a
ripped their heads
horribly
off,
violent film.
bite their heads off, stomp on them, rip them apart, and that was pretty
Dude, he's
entertaining.
picking up cars and throwing them around.
I mean,
This is Bigfoot.
the way that it was done is hilariously inept, so it makes it really comical.
Right, and it's terrible. And like you could tell, like a lot of it's the same animations over. It's like, oh, he's running again. He's running again. Oh, he's picking something up and throwing it again. And they just changed the thing that he picks up and throw, but it's otherwise the exact same shot.
But it's animated. Like, in no way does Bigfoot look at all real.
Right,
And
and
most of the green screen is just terrible. Like, you can tell, like, nothing looks like it's moving, and it straight up just looks like they put a projector.
right, and
film
the
across
only
it.
actual like real life you could tell that they filmed themselves, evidence of it being any kind of monster movie, is they made these shitty footprints in the snow that were huge, like way inappropriately huge for a Bigfoot. Like,
Right.
and then at the end in the Mount Rushmore scene, you see him climbing Mount Rushmore.
Just bouncing it like a real ape wouldn't even be able to
Right,
do
and you're
that.
like, okay, he was definitely supposed to be climbing a building there, like
Yeah,
King
like-
Kong would,
yeah.
but it's supposed to be Bigfoot, so he climbs Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I
Real
think that's
shitty,
true.
dude.
And it ended real fucking dumb.
We won't spoil the ending, but it's really fucking dumb.
It is.
But also, that snow shit made me bring up a point, especially in the beginning of the film. The weather fucking changes.
Oh, yeah.
Just constantly.
Like the lady cop at one point, she has like a fresh wound, and then the very next scene, like it's faded.
I'm talking about the fucking weather.
I know, but everything was what's it called, a continuity error.
Yeah,
It
continuity
was all
errors.
over the place with everything, not even just the weather.
But it was like literally one moment the same day. It was
How
a
did
blizzard.
they even get to Mount
then it's
Rushmore?
It was supposedly nearby.
I thought they were in like Alaska because it was like a snowy mountain.
No, they were in like South Dakota or wherever Mount Rushmore is. They showed a fucking map at one point. Weren't you paying attention?
No.
Well, anyway,
I'm a
yeah.
landmark person.
You're lucky you're so cute. Anyway, so would you, okay, here's the question. Would you qualify this movie as bad or entertaining bad?
I mean, it's kind of entertaining, yeah. Like, I did fall asleep at one point.
We put it on late, though.
But, like, I think if it was shorter, it probably would have had more entertainment value. Because the same dumb things keep happening over and over. So it's not like new dumb things to keep you, like, your imagination active. But it was pretty, like, it was just so dumb.
Right, like, no, you can tell that the thing that holds it back is that, like, you can tell, like, it's a zero effort. Like, they knew from the start they were going to make a shitty movie that, I guess, you know, was to get everybody a paycheck. And they did it as cheaply and
I
stupidly.
felt like they all knew each
with
other.
The least effort.
Like,
yeah.
Danny Bonaduce knew all these people or something. Like, he might
Well,
know
he knew
Alice
Greg Brady
Cooper.
because him and Greg Brady did, for real, fight on celebrity boxing back in the day. And I don't think they would have gone for that unless they were, you know, bros from back in the day. So apparently they still are as of 2012.
Right. And there were the other cop that was like the sheriff over lady cop. He's been in a lot of other movies too.
Oh yeah, the old guy that. Oh yeah, and the mayor. The mayor, I kept referring to him as a poor man's George Carlin. If you know who the actor is that I'm talking about, poor man's George Carlin. He looked and talked exactly like old ass George Carlin.
He's in a lot of movies too.
But yeah, he was a recognizable face.
There were a lot of, like, I felt like they meant for this movie, it was like filmed like it was going to be a big production, but it...
Right, yeah, maybe it was a thing where, like, they told all the actors and stuff that it was going to be a big movie. And, you know, of course they had the paychecks lined up, but every other little aspect of it was just done as cheaply as possible.
Yeah, because I can only imagine, like, if you're an actor on a movie set, like, it's totally different than the production of what it's going to look like when it's done. But, like, everybody else in the cast were fairly seasoned actors and actresses and did a good job. Only, like, Brady and Bonaduce were not... And part of it was good because Danny Bonaduce is believable because that's who he is.
He did play an asshole character.
But some of the scenes where when they were, like, fighting and stuff, they were so terribly done.
Yeah. Well, you know, you can tell they didn't do more than
actors.
2 takes for any fucking scene ever.
But it's like, what are they giving them to work with? I don't think it was the actors, to be honest. I think it's what they went back.
Well, right. And I think that's ultimately what makes it not a special movie, and that it's not like, oh my god, you have to see this movie, it's just a fucking disaster, is that it's more of like a scam in the first place. It's not like somebody tried hard to make a movie on a low budget, did their best, and just, you know, fell flat on their face like a lot of these, you know, good, bad movies are. This movie was always, from somebody's point of view involved, it was supposed to be a bad movie.
Yeah, the CGI was absolutely just laughable.
But okay, so for normal people, of course, we could probably say don't waste your fucking time with this train wreck of a movie.
Yeah.
But
unless you like Danny Bonaduce.
I don't know.
There's a lot of people that like him.
Also, I would say that if you do like terrible movies, you will get some entertainment out of this movie. I spent a lot of time either going like, you know, laughing at it or just being like, what the fuck are they trying to even do here?
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty entertained by Bigfoot just slaying everyone in a various
Oh yeah, the kill scenes.
That was pretty funny.
They're not done well, but
and
they are
everybody
entertaining.
fucking dies. Like everybody he comes across, like, gets killed.
Yeah, Bigfoot is not fucking playing. He kills
pretty
everybody.
Hilarious.
He takes out a lot of construction equipment, cars,
And
helicopters.
they show it, like, it's not where, like, they cut away and make you think, oh, like he's gonna bite this person. Like they actually show every single maiming scene, and it's funny.
Right. So if you're a fan of Danny Bonaduce or Greg Brady, watch
Yep.
the movie. If you like really bad CGI, that's like so bad you'll laugh at it. This movie is. I don't know. I can't think of another movie that's maybe better with this as far as that goes.
About bad CGI.
Yeah, like this laughably bad CGI. This may be the best at that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like like
I think it's probably the worst.
suburban Sasquatch is another disaster of a fucking Bigfoot movie, but you don't see a lot of CGI. It's
Right.
like five little 10-second things.
Yeah, Bigfoot is completely CGI. There is no man in a costume in this movie that's
Right.
dressed as Bigfoot. Like usually they'll do CGI and switch it out with somebody in a costume. This is completely all CGI.
Right, and that goes back to them not even fucking trying at all. Like they put no artistry into this movie at all. They seriously bought some fucking shitty CGI program and just looped it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, I think that what you're saying about the
Not even
King
in
Kong
creative ways.
makes a lot of sense, especially when you see at the end that he's climbing up
Right.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, if you want to see a movie that's so bad where it's clearly King Kong or a shitty King Kong and they keep insisting that it's Bigfoot, this is the movie for you.
Indeed.
Well, thanks for tuning in. Goodbye, kids.
Bye.